Say that again. Oh, I saw that too. Did he eat last night? That little nip that we left out. Okay, cool beans. But baby, be safe. I love you. Let me know you made it to work. All right, be blessed. Love you. What the glue out there, glue land? How y'all doing? And how y'all doing? I don't know who you are, where you are in this thing called life, but I want you to know that right where you are, as you are, on this free flow Fridays, we don't know if it's Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Jehovah, but here in the condo of compassion, we do know that whatever is making us over wants us to let you know that God loves unconditionally everyone, and it is our duty to give love unto everyone, even you, even me. And thank you for joining us here today. And unfortunately, it's just gonna be me. But that's that for me. This is a living the self-help project moment, and I'm allowing myself to still stand in the moment despite the moment not going as beautifully as we had planned and hoped for. Miss Vickie would not be with us this morning, but I want you all to please keep her in your prayers, and we'll leave that at that. But just keep Miss Vickie on your blue mind and your blue hearts, and make it take the glue time to go and visit OPN-Door.com. That's OPNDOOR.com. OPN-Door.com. No, excuse me. And for me, not having Miss Vickie here this morning is one of those straws that broke the camel back's moments. It's a moment of, you want to say, if only y'all knew what I went through to get here, to be here in this moment, to go live with you. Boy, a lot of people would have quit by now, but it's not in me to quit. I can't quit, won't quit. It's not my spirit to quit. So I said for myself, my true blue self, I'm going to show up in the morning because I knew someone like Miss Ariana Cotton over here in Facebook land, Glue Land, would be here this morning. I don't know who I'm meant for. I don't know what's meant for me. I just know that I'm supposed to show up. That's all. And it's Free Flow Friday, so who knows how this is going to go. Um, while we're here, I want to start off in my truth by apologizing to you, myself, and God. Whatever that is, whatever that looks like for you, the reasons I'm in the place of apologies is because I know I haven't been living up to my full potential and going out and gluing the world in the ways the visions are given to me. I haven't owned those and walked in those. I've made myself comfortable to be able to go at a pace that's okay with my societal traumatized spirit. You know, it's a lot to be in the world, period. Then with social media added to it, it's a cruel world, cruel time. And when I started this 15 years ago, I knew that cancel culture was already present. People just didn't have the um, know how to go about doing it then. I knew that it would be at this point and want to have to govern my mouth on everything that I am. That's not who I am. And I didn't want to put myself out there like that because I had already been criticized in the world just for being born a physical girl, but looking like a societal man to people. My judgment had already been so crucial in my life to where I had to come out first with that's glue baby before that's Capri baby. I wouldn't even talk about myself in the very beginning. I just talked, and that's myspace.com, a day in the life of Capri. For those of you that have been with me for the journey of living the self-help project up to this point, if you go back and visit my beginnings, you'll see that I just focus solely on glue, my glue heart, letting people see who I am and my heart and how I want to be treated, how I want people to be treated, how I want to treat people, what I want out of life, how I feel God wants us to give love unto everyone, whatever that looks like to you. And glue morning to you too, sunshine. It's not, man, let me tell y'all something. This is why I showed up, because those that are meant to be glue-energized by my glue energy show up. And it's so many different glue testimonies, glue stories from all of you in my timeline, that when I see your name and know from which you came, and you're able to say, "Good morning, sunshine," today, that lets me know you're here for a beautiful purpose, and you have a beautiful purpose. We just got to dig through all the societal bullshit to get to your beautiful purpose. And for me, knowing that that was my journey one-on-one with people, um, I'd rather have a one-on-one connection with you, as opposed to stepping out on the stage and hearing all the screams and the money that come with the potential that my personality has. This to me is priceless compared to that. That is a complicated world, convoluted world. I love life is simple. We make it hard. I just want to let you know that love is simple, and our trauma-filled lives don't have to unglue us. You know, we don't have to walk around dead because of what's happened to us. And it was imperative for me. For those of you that don't know, I was single and lived in. Let me slow myself down. Let me hold on. I'm apologizing, but I don't feel I have to apologize. But because I know I haven't done interviews that I know I was supposed to do, I signed up to do, because it would put me on the bigger platform. And I didn't call the person to tell them I wasn't able to do it, because I couldn't. It was just I couldn't call. It was something that was like, if you make this call, the energy that's going to go with this interview, are you ready for that? Are you ready for the energy? It was just a whole lot of feelings that I'm accustomed to avoiding. And this here is my public apology to everyone that now I can't say everyone, ain't been a lot of people, but the people that I have um, ghosted per se. I see you, Ariana. That's right, baby. That's glue, baby. I see you, Liz. That's glue, baby. And I appreciate y'all for being here. And that's glue, baby, for me that you're here. Please make it take the glue time. Don't forget, this was Miss Vickie's glue time this morning. Go check out opendoor.com, OPNDOOR. I want to make sure, because y'all know I'm phonetically, I add an O in there to make it open door policy, because I know just how wide Miss Vickie's door is open to glue you up. So if your family needs some mediations, some training in how to glue saw your soul, I can't mediate everybody. I want to, but I like to be able to send my glue even mirrors, my glue soldiers, my glue hug patrols out in the patrollers out into the world of the audience, to be able to touch the people and glue up the people in ways that I may know how, but don't have all the time in the world to do it and the reach to do it. So I get glueful people in the Glue Underdog Network to go out and glue on people in the world in ways and places that I just can't get to. So when you all go to Miss Vickie opendoor.com, I want to keep saying open door policy, well, opendoor.com, she and say that's glue, baby. She's gonna glue you up right where you are, as you are. And you all know I believe in talking, and communication saves lives. Conversation saves lives. And talking about glue sawing your soul and getting out that negative energy and filling it up with your glue energy, changing your societal energy into your glue energy. For me, that's imperative for your glue dream journey to happen in life. To me, we all have a glue journey. We're not meant to live an unglued life in shambles and broken pieces all over the place. No, you gotta, on purpose, with purpose, because you have a beautiful purpose. You gotta make it take the glue time to glue up your body, soul, and mind. You got to show up. You got to show up. And this is me showing up. And I appreciate you all for allowing me the space and place and patience to grow up in front of you. Some of you still here, some of you watching from afar, some of you don't know what I'm gonna do with the next move, but just know, for me, it's all glue that you're still in the list, in the column, or I'm following. So you haven't left to say something. If not one, if a million, it doesn't matter my reach. I just know for me it's priceless all the way across the board. Um, I feel like I'm rambling now. Let me see. And I apologize to those that I scheduled interviews with and didn't follow through. I apologize to the glue kids that need a Miss Capri Sun in their life. You know, for the glue kids that I need in my life that keeps me glue energized and young in the heart and in the spirit is my lady works at a particular company here, and whenever she has these cases, she'll say to me, baby, this kid needs a Miss Capri Sun. They need to know that they can glue themselves up and know how to do it. They just need somebody to talk to them where they at. And I say, baby, where they going shopping at? Where they shop at? I bump into them and just make it happen. And she like, you so crazy, but I would do that. And for me, that is a glutiful knowing that you're needed and wanted somewhere in a space that I had to learn how to navigate through. And now I know that that's why I went through what I went through because of it's in my mind, even when I was younger, the situations that I went through that was traumatic or now for me, I was like to say illmatic. I don't know why Nas illmatic just came in my soul, in my spirit, but I just feel like for me, that's glue baby is that Lauren Hill's miseducation. It's that one thing that I don't even have to worry about. Like Ariana say, I ain't going nowhere when it's time for me to glue what I glue. Those that are meant for me will be here for me when I do what I do for Glue and Capri. I don't have to. It's that one thing that I know that if I wanted to make money off of it, I could eat off of it forever. And I don't have to record another interview, another live, or anything. I have the footage to make all the podcasts, all the TV productions, you name it. We already done seen it for the last 15 years. Blue Morning, Miss Rebecca Kelly, I appreciate you and my pinky toe for being here. Like a classic album, and that's my Glue truth. The Glue and Capri musical motivational movement is music save lives. And for me, those one hit wonders or those classics that you ain't never got to come back and make another album again. Maxwell's first album, I can't believe it, just Hanging Sweet. This for me is Jesse Powell's You album. This for me is all of that. You know, it's like I don't in knowing that I could be transparent. I could take my time. I can move at a pace that's comfortable for me, not to lose my glue mind, getting caught up in society. Okay, I'm a lyricist. I'm a poet. I'm a wordsmith, and in knowing that I had to be responsible with that. And that 9 year time in a hotel room is how I was able to curate and change. And hold on one moment. I just had a thought. I need to make sure I make a phone call when I finish wrapping the taste with GLUEland. I love you too, Ariana. Thank you. And that's Glue Baby. That's why I had to show up today. And let me see, call. I just said his name outside. Anthony. Okay, outside. As I just out loud call Anthony photographer. My very first photographer reached out to me, and this is another reason I apologize. I'm going back through my emails, my messenger, everything, um, and seeing the most beautiful messages, outreach, support, you name it. And for me, I didn't press open because I wasn't ready to claim it. That's glue, baby. For me, when you see it, when you read it, if you ain't ready to receive it and you don't need it, don't. hit that button. Don't do that thing and that. Don't read that book. Don't look at that TV show. Don't listen to that music, because that for me is a muse, and my mind is already glutiful on its own, and to get other ideas. I don't look at TV. If I do look at TV, is for a particular reason. Uh, for me, number one, that person has to be on the level in which I see myself. That show has to be something that's educational to my mind and my creative self. If I just look at BS, that's a moment that I just gotta allow myself to just be and look at BS. But my mind, the way that it's set up, is always in the back wondering about the behind the scenes, or what made them think this, what made them think that. So for me, I had to learn how to spit that, get mine out, get my creativity out. So I have a number of books, shows, you name it. Is you all have been my diary, my outlet for my creativity in a transparent way, because I want you to grow in your creativity and not be afraid of uh, having ADHD all day, having dreams, your mind all over the place, but yet you learn how to compartmentalize your thoughts. You learn how to compartmentalize your talents and your goals. And that's what I teach in Living the Self-Help Project. When I work with people one-on-one, I teach them how to compartmentalize their thoughts so that their societal ADHD can be worked out and converted over into their all day having dreams, their ADHD. ADHD doesn't have to have a bad connotation feeling to it, but because we as Black, brown people don't talk about mental health, mental issues, and we look at them as negatives, I like to show people how to work your crazy so your crazy won't work you, per se. And working in the mental health hospital for 7 years, I was able to see it up close and personal that when you don't release what's in here and what's in here, and when I'm at your heart, when people walk around with the broken heart mindset, thought, I gotta I don't want to love anymore because this love hurt me so bad. If you don't allow yourself to glue up those broken pieces, and this is what I like to say, I don't like to say a broken heart. Your heart's been knocked off the shelf, it's been dismantled, it's been removed from its proper space. There's ways to retrain your brain so you can tell your spirit, your feelings, how to feel. What's going on, George? Where the glue? Where the glue? I see you, and I appreciate you for joining in today. And for those of you that are over here on StreamYard, I appreciate you for showing up today. Um, I'm gonna click right there. There's no comments there. I see your comments over here. I'm gonna wave at you, George. Thank you all for joining us live. I need to do a time check. All right. Um, your heart's been, I was saying your heart's been broken, and what we tell ourselves, we have to tell our feelings how to feel. And if we allow our feelings to tell us how to feel, unfortunately we're going to be like a lot of people in the world that are walking around dead. And for me, that is a horrible feeling, horrendous feeling. It's a feeling that when I tell you, I overstand, I can relate to. I didn't like it for myself. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. And for me, my desperate measure was, once that last wreck happened, being kicked out happened, being let go from a job happened, all of that happened in 1 month of time. And when it was like those three things, and three is my number, I don't need no more proof of beyond three consecutive actions to say this is what I'm supposed to do, this is where I'm at. Okay, I get it. So I need to get my ass somewhere and be still. I need to sit down somewhere. So I checked myself, and I'm saying check myself into a hotel room and stayed there for 9 years, almost 9 years, a little short of 9 years, maybe about 2 months or so. And living in an extended stay hotel room 240, where 24 hours a day I worked to make me whole. And it ended up becoming the Living the Self-Help Project, the Glue Factory. I had to, what's my talents, what's my skills, what's my um, purpose here in life, what are my negatives I need to let go, what are my positives I need to keep and need to work on some more, so that when my negatives show up, I'm gonna be okay. And I know how to not allow that negative energy that I fell in love with, because that's what I knew and that's what I grew up with. That for me was the self-help work that I had to do. Living the self-help project is why I call, when you're reading these self-help books, if you're not living it and learning from it, walking it and utilizing those tools that you're reading, what's the purpose in making and taking the time to read it? You can't make it take time to read something that you're not going to implement in gluing up your life. So I always say, make it take the glue time too. It is, I played basketball, and you make it take, you make a shot, you know, and wait a minute, you make it and you take it out. God is good. You better say that. You better say that. And in Living the Self-Help Project, that's a great point right there, Miss Rebecca. And I do want to go with you in my church mode and say, you better say that. And in my 24 hours a day we work to make me whole self, in my God self, I always tell people, faith without works is dead. You have to work at the level of your faith. And the God in you, you are of God. So your God-like self is good too. So you got to give yourself credit. We don't give ourselves enough credit. I'm not saying put yourself on a pedestal and think that your shit don't stink. I ain't saying all of that. I'm not saying walk around with your chest out like you big dog or something can't happen to you. No, I'm wanting you to give credit to yourself, your true glue self, for the work that you're doing to glue yourself up. Because if you're not going to give yourself that moment of I can't even say the words I be making up. Congratulations. If you can't congratulate yourself, if you can't lift yourself up, and you keep looking for other people to lift you up, that's where that depression kicks in. That's where that I need reliance on other people to kick in. That's where that attachment disorder kicks in. So you have to unlearn some things and relearn some tools and tips to give yourself props without being narcissistic. All of, you're thinking you are all of that, it can't nothing happen to you. There's a line. I'm not going there. And I know how people can their perceptions can hear those words and think. I'm not saying that got to get to work, but keep speaking that truth. Thank you for stopping through GLUEland. Please be safe going to work, and we'll be here later on. You can come back and press play to catch up and share this message with your friends. If you want to give a glue interview yourself, Miss Rebecca, about your glue journey, your glue testimony, because we all have one. Okay. Please drop in at Capri at that'sgluebaby.com and visit that'sgluebaby.com if you know anyone that needs any of the groups that we teach, or to give their glue interview. I love you. That's Glue Baby. Be safe. All right. Let me see here. I'm excited. Can you tell? Because I showed up. I'm proud of myself. I didn't let the moment go by, and that was an easy choice to make. So I'm proud of myself. And speaking of giving yourself props, this is what I'm talking about. Give yourself love first, so that you can fill yourself up to go out into the world to give love onto everyone. Because unfortunately, so many of us, especially women, especially Black women and brown women, we're so accustomed to taking care of everyone else. And definitely we go down the list: special needs mothers, um mother of the head, I'm gonna say special needs parents of uh special needs kids, parents of kids with mental health issues, parents, and you can just say parents, period. Because I right now I'm glad I'm not a parent with all of this going on in the world right now today. So my hat goes off to all of you. I'm saluting y'all with both hands, okay? It hurts my glue heart that I don't have my own kids, but I also know that this is why I glue what I glue. This is why I have the time, the available time to do what I do, to be here with you. And, y'all fill up my heart the way that kids will fill up my heart. So that's glue, baby. I'm going to get up out of here because I see I've been at 25 minutes and I don't want to go on too long. Sound like the man. And that's people. Miss Capri, did you know you're supposed to be a preacher? You ever thought about that, girl? The world ain't ready for the preaching I got to give. No, 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 no. But because I grew up in church, because I know and have a spiritual connection with something greater than myself, I get it. If you would like to donate to that'sgluebaby.com, the Glue and Capri Musical Motivational Movement, we make art pieces for the people here in Hampton Roads that we work with that are dealing with mental health issues and or are affected with HIV, advanced AIDS. And the artwork pieces you'll be able to see on the website also soon, because that's a mental note that I'm making to myself. Add the art pieces to the website. Art. Okay. I feel better now. I feel good. Ooh, about Capri. Ow. You know that song from? Put it in the comments down below. In the meantime, if you have a business and you want to glue advertise with Glue and Capri and give us your glue interview, see Miss Vickie not even here, but we still give her the glue shout outs, and we'll do the same thing for you and keep your glue interview spot open for when you're ready to show up. Please make it take the glue time to visit that'sgluebaby.com to glue advertise with Glue and Capri, and visit Miss Vickie's website, OPN-Door.com, OPN-DOOR.com, to glue up your life and get the mediation that you need to be the glue family that you envision when you decided to have a family. All right. I don't know who you are, where you are in this thing called life, but I want you to know that right where you are, as you are, God loves unconditionally everyone, and it is definitely our duty, live from the glue factory, to give love unto everyone, even you, even me. Get yourselves tested for HIV, please, please, please. The numbers are increasing with this pandemic going on. So get yourselves checked out and practice safe sex and get your condoms. If you need some condoms when you see me out, we got them. All right. That's Glue and Capri, baby. I love you. Have a beautiful day.